Welcome everybody to NR Truck 9 America, live here from Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Peach State 250. We are 1 week removed from the Florida 500 at Daytona International Speedway, the highest viewed race in NR Truck 9 in America history. And I just want to say, starting off this broadcast, thank you to all the people who showed up, liked the video, watched it, enjoyed the race. It really means a lot. This league started small. We have a lot of members now, so I'm really appreciative of getting, I think it was 130 views now. That's a lot of views to our league, so I'm glad to see this fan support. But folks, we saw a great race at Daytona last week. One of the better super speedway races we've seen in the Gainbridge Truck Series so far this season, with Aaron Abel winning, just edging out Matthew Hubert at the line. Aaron Abel here this afternoon starts on pole once again. He's got that 97 Matthew Burnett on his outside. It's going to be a fun race here at Atlanta. A new package this year. We'll see if Matthew Hubert can try to go back to back, but this new package that will make it more of a speedway-like racing, unlike the drafting atmosphere we had last year, should make this race fun. But with no further ado, folks, let's head down trackside and go over all the information we need to know heading into this race. And welcome everybody trackside here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. A very nice and sunny afternoon as we get into your track overview coming into tonight. It is a 65 degrees here at Atlanta Motor Speedway here for the Peach State 250. 5 mile per hour winds going northwest and a 1.5 mile oval. And like I said, this year we are running the Speedway package, so it'll be very interesting to see how this race goes compared to last year, which was I'm gonna be honest, a very bad drafting show where it was just bump drafting all through the way, and it was not very good racing. So hopefully this year we can see some very electric racing. Draft will still probably play a huge part in these trucks and trying to get past each other, but hopefully not as bad as last year. But it's gonna be 65 laps here this afternoon at Atlanta Motor Speedway. On the pole, as you can see, is the 41 of Aaron Abel. Like I said before, Aaron Abel won last weekend at Daytona. Can he start the season off with 2 wins, getting the win here from the pole? Is the question we are wondering tonight, and we'll see if that really kicks off what could be a dominant trend here for TRD and Racing Motorsports. TRD and Ram have looked very strong to start off the season, but qualifying so far this weekend here in Atlanta, it looks like Ford is starting to make a comeback while Chevy is still lacking, but Ford's main guys up here are Red Bull Fallout Racing and NS Racing. So even though they're starting to make a comeback, it's only 2 teams, and they have the most amount of teams in the whole series. So Ford's still lacking a little bit, but Toyota and Ram looking very well under Vision Motorsports and Racing Motorsports. Even David Spears in the 79 for PPB national team looking very good. And we'll see if the trend continues this season. It's too early on to tell. We have 28 races this season, 28 weekends to figure out who's going to be the best of the best when it comes down to the finale at Miami. But right now, we're still trying to see who's really going to step out as the star of the season. We saw last season, first 10 weeks, it was just Landon Lauterbach and Sergio Vittoria. Peter Onjak kind of struggled a little bit. At the race 10, that's where Onjak's dominant trend started, where it led up to the final race at Miami after his last lap pass at Phoenix to make it a tiebreaker situation. He had the tiebreaker win at Miami, got the championship. So there could be somebody in this field that starts off the first 10 weeks slow, then gets acclimated to what they need to do, and they start to pop off. But, I mean, I think the schedule this year is a little bit more challenging, so it could pose a bigger threat for some of these drivers. But we'll see how it goes. As we get into our point standings so far, as you can see, Aaron Abel, 5-point lead over Matthew Hubert, who's tied with Avery Alford. Avery Alford got those extra points from the pole and leading a lap. Everybody who leads a lap this season gets a point. So that was a little bit of a change from last year. So a lot of opportunity to get points this season. But Avery Alford in third. Then we have the 40 of Chris Martin. Chris Martin's not starting too well here today. We saw him and his teammate Ryan Osborne look very, very fast at Daytona. We'll see if they can keep up that momentum for Bow Racing. And then we have the 6 of Patrick Raven. He and his teammate Kyler Sustre not pretty much anywhere to be found either. So it's gonna be very challenging. I mean, very challenging. It's gonna be very interesting to see how much see how much these standings shake up after this race, as quite a few guys who are in this top 10 just survived the chaos, you could say, of Daytona. Chris Martin's is starting 15th, but not too well. But I mean, Ryan Osborne is starting 11th in this race. Then we have guys like Angel Gutierrez, who looked very strong, almost led the most laps, had a dominant run at Daytona for the midpoint of the race, led a bunch of laps. Tanner Calvert looked very good and fast. He's not starting too well here today. He's starting all the way in 38th. Then we have guys like the 2 open drivers of Reggie Fogelman and Jimmy West. Jimmy West, of course, in S7 this week. Big opportunity. He's got a fast truck. We'll see what he's able to do in that 7, maybe gain some more points. Of course, only open drivers can only enter 18 races this season, so they got to choose wisely what they want to do, and they don't really have a chance at the chase. Well, they don't have a chance at all, really. Well, we have Monica Pato, Adrian Gale, Emily York Watson, just a bunch of people that survived. Silly Thing Racing might be a little bit faster this weekend. Finally submitted their ratings, so we'll see how they do. And then we have William Ayers and Nick Mahold, Lego McLaren and Anj Auto. So we'll see how the drivers pan out this weekend. I don't want to keep up too much time. I'm going to try to limit how long these pre-race shows are, but overall, I think the keys to this race are just keeping it clean and just trying to be the best on strategy, because typically these speedway races run pretty long and we have pretty long green flag runs. So if you don't use your stuff up too much, I think there's a great opportunity to be fighting there in the end. And we've seen that a bunch of times, guys use their stuff up too quickly. So we'll see that take place here this afternoon. Some guys use their stuff up too quickly and fall off towards the end. But it's kind of in the year on what could happen. But when it comes to my 4 drivers to look out for heading into this race, I'd have to go with that 41 of Aaron Abel, of course, coming off a lot of momentum, looking very good to start off the season. We'll see how he can do here tonight. My second driver is going to be the 99 of Rocco Dorn for NS Racing. Rocco Dorn looked very solid last season, one of the most consistent drivers in the field, finishing solid at almost every track. I think Rocco Dorn could maybe finally get his first career in our Truck 9 America win. He's got a lot of fans. I think he might have the biggest fan base in our Truck 9 America, if not Peter Onjack. Um, so we'll see what he's able to do for NS Racing. And then my last 2 drivers will be the 27 of Matthew Hubert and that 36 of Brandon Haynes. Hubert, the defending winner, I think he has a great chance of winning once again here today. Vision Motorsports looking very fast. And then Brandon Haynes, very good at these speedways. He's had a season-long drought of no race wins. He's still searching for that first race win. A lot of people want to see him get it. Could it be this afternoon? We will see. But that's my drivers to look out for here tonight. Here this afternoon at Atlanta Motor Speedway. But with no further ado, folks, let's wrap up this pre-race show and get these trucks fired off and rolling here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Peach State 250.
Drivers, start your engines!
So the trucks are rolled off and ready to go here, folks. Let's go over the starting lineup in this race, or your top 10, I would say. The row 1 is the 41 of Aaron Abel and the 97 of Matthew Burnett. Row 2 is the 79 of David Spears and the 43 of Angel Gutierrez. Row 3 is Rocco Dorn and Patrick Nolan. Row 4 is Matthew Hubert and Ronnie Hauger. And row 5, rounding outside your top 10, is the 9 of Avery Alfred and not the 9, the 42 of Avery Alfred and the 36 of Brandon Haynes. So with no further ado, folks, you can see the rest of the grid, the rest of the starting lineup sponsored by Robin Hood on your screen. But it's going to be Aaron Abel leading us to green here to kick off the second race of the 2026 Gainbridge Truck Series season. And we'll see the green flag here in the Peach State 250 as Aaron Abel leads us to green for the second time this season. As they make their way through, Aaron Abel leads lap number 1 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Behind him, David Spears filing. That 97 of Matthew Burnett did not get a good fire off, as he's already being challenged by the Red Bull Fallout Racing team and his teammate, the number 99 of Rocco Dorn. But a lot of shuffling throughout the field, and we're going to see a lot of that here today. And that outside line is very treacherous. If you get stuck in those marbles, you could hit the outside wall. So we'll see if some guys do that. But right now, David Spears holding on to second. But Angel Gutierrez, the teammate of the 41, trying to challenge from behind. But yeah, you get really high there, you might tap the wall and get a stripe. This isn't Darlington, but that outside line is very dangerous as now there goes Angel Gutierrez looking to the inside of that 79 of David Spears. Not going to quite work this time though, but he's got that 27 of Matthew Hubert right behind him. You'll see a little bit of a fall off. Oh, and that 15 of Hatley Anderson Jr. already into the outside wall. So they're going to collect the stripe here at Atlanta, but you'll see this, a lot of drivers will fall off suddenly, and that's just the truck really just, you got to run the right, I mean, to be honest, you just got to run the right groove here at Atlanta. And if you get in that wrong groove, you're going to see your truck just completely stop. As now Caleb Rose trying to get past this 36 of Brandon Haynes, but he's got that Haynes Racing number 38 of Joseph Wood behind him as well, but Rose now trying to work that outside line, but here comes that 83 Ronnie Hauger under his teammate as now the 52 of York Watson hitting that outside wall. But back up front, it's still that 41 of Aaron Abel controlling this lead as now that 45 and 6 are down on pit road. Patrick Raven, I assume he had contact with that outside wall. We'll see that a couple times here today. And hopefully it doesn't take out too many drivers, but some drivers will push it a little dangerous and try to get too much out of the truck. Is now Aaron Abel not going to get the greatest line there coming to the corners. Here comes that 79 and 43 now trying to go after him here. And it doesn't look like they're going to quite get anything done, but back here it is just a jumble of trucks. You see that sunlight here at Atlanta Motor Speedway in front of a sold out crowd. But everybody racing hard back here. Nick Mahold and the 32 of Caden Arcadia trying to get through this, but man, oh man, it is a lot of drivers right back here trying to get through this jumble of trucks. And now that 74 of Shields, Kelly's coming down, so it is not a great afternoon to start off for Silly Thing Racing. Oh, Matthew Hubert into the outside wall. There goes Hubert. Oh, he's got a lot of contact. Hubert pushing the limits. We saw him slide up. He hits the outside wall. He's going to be in third here, but he's going to have company from behind us. Here comes that 97 of Matthew Burnett now, trying to challenge this 41 for the lead. He got a huge run. I wonder if there was contact between that 97 and 27, but I don't really think so. But it is very well a possibility here, but now Hubert does look like he's going to have to come down pit road to repair it, but lots of drivers up here now. We have a few lap down, and it's mostly Silly Thing Racing. But that 45 had to come down, but now we got this 30 of William Ayers making his way through the field. And still up front is that 41 of Aaron Abel, but now he's going to have to pass that lap traffic of Sarah Taylor. He's going to get stuck behind, and there goes Matthew Burnett looking for the lead now. Does not get the run in the outside line. And now he's going to really have to step on the brakes here. Now there goes his teammate, the 99 of Rogel Dorn. Not sure why the 97 checked up so hard there, but that is kind of the Atlanta track surface. So a lot of guys will suddenly fall off in their lines as that 45 is causing a lot of trouble. Sarah Taylor holding up this 97 of Matthew Burnett, and you wonder how patient this 97 is going to be before he tells that 45 to get out the way. So now Sarah Taylor gonna hit the outside wall once again. That truck is just all out of sorts here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Back up front, Aaron Abel still leading, but he's got that 99 of Rogel Dorn right behind him. Rogel Dorn, one of the drivers to look out for today. All my drivers look out for besides, I think, 36 Brandon Haynes are all in this top 3 so far, but we'll see if this 99 of Rogel is able to track him down. Clearly his teammate, the 97, had pace, and the 98 of Caleb Rose has pace as well. But oh, Spears gonna give that 27 the bumper there for a second. So Matthew Hubert kind of gets a launch off of it somehow. But now there goes that 43 of Gutierrez looking to the inside of his teammates. The number 42 of Alfred, as Alfred's made his way through the field, but there goes that 43 Gutierrez. Is going to clear him here, but does that 42 of Alfred look to the outside? And no, he's actually going to have some company from this 98 of Caleb Rose in that JBL machine now. But starting to space out just a little bit here. Some drivers keeping up, and some drivers are just not able to, but we'll see how long this keeps up for, and we'll see when the pit cycle starts. But oh, here comes the 16 of Reggie Fogelman. The 01 of Monica Paddle, the 5 of Tanner Calvert. You have to assume they all made contact with that outside wall here. And Yeah, that's a couple of victims so far here of this Atlanta surface. And here comes that 99 of Rocco Dorn, a huge run on this 41 of Aaron Abel. Can he make the move? Rocco Dorn, oh no, not quite gonna have to back out of it. Tried to send it into the corner there. Not gonna quite work out for him here. So now we'll see if 99 Dorn gets another shot here going into turn one. There goes Dorn looking to the inside of Matthew Hubert. Not Matthew Hubert, Aaron Abel. Can he get the pass off? Abel really close running that outside line, trying to rip it around the outside. But there goes the new leader, the number 99 of Rocco Dorn in that Amsoil machine. And Matthew Hubert's going to move into second. Hubert made contact with that outside wall, but he's now sending it in. Oh, Spears running really high. These guys are all ripping it around that outside line, but these guys look like they're doing a very much, oh, not the 84 Patrick Nolan. I was going to say these guys look like they're doing a better job than the rest of the field, but no, not quite. Jay Valen, Patrick Nolan, the two rookies. Make contact at the outside wall. John Andrews in that 71 making his way through a little bit, I believe, as well. Back up front, though, it's still going to be this 99 of Rocco Dorn now in the lead, but he's got that 27 Matthew Hubert who's looking to go back-to-back here right behind him. And oh, Hubert ripping it around the outside. What a move and a run. Matthew Hubert on the outside line, and he's going to look for the lead now. And that's maybe why these guys take the risk on the outside line. If you're able to rip it around there like Matthew Hubert just did, you could get a huge pass. But man, oh man, now Aaron Abel trying to catch up to that 79 of Spears, but we have a battle for the lead here between this 99 and 27. Will Rocco Dorn try a similar move to that 27 of Hubert? Oh, Hubert's going to take it down pit road actually, so he might have some issues brewing, and that's going to put the 41 back into, the 99 back into the lead, and now that's going to put two NS Racing machines in the top two. We'll see if that numbers 27 is having any issues. It doesn't seem like it, so we'll see what the update is on that 27 eventually. But now that's going to put that 99 back to the lead, as there goes Lexi Herman, that lap truck getting past them. Carson Miller trying to work on this 38 of Joseph Wood here. Looking to the inside, Joseph Wood had an incident off track with Reggie Fogelman last week. And now he's trying to fight these two Ram machines. As now Martin's there, gets a little bit of a bumper there from that 23 of Carson Miller, trying to tell him to get out the way. If he's got places to be, but Hubert already on pit road early on. Oh, Avery Alford into the outside wall. There goes Alford now. So now Alfred has some damage on his outside door. Man, oh man, I cannot commentate here tonight. We always have these races where I'm flawless like last week. And, oh, Aaron Abel too! So now a lot of guys pushing the limits here, and they're hitting that outside wall. Not a great sight here. 20 laps in at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Lots of guys pushing the limits, as now here comes Caden Arcadia coming off pit road. It's just a revolving door here early on, as lots of guys are pushing the limits, and it's not quite working out. All the way up to 30th now is a lap down. Even Matthew Hubert's a lap down. These guys are going to be hoping for caution, but this might be our first pit stops of the day here, matter of fact, folks. So here comes the 99 coming down. Here comes the 43 as well. So these might be our first pit stops here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So we'll see how this pit cycle works out for some of these drivers, and some of those guys could have been pitting early to get the jump. But now that puts the 98 of Caleb Rose in the lead for NS Racing on a separate strategy from his teammate. We'll see how it shakes out for this number 98, but it looks like we have our first set of pit stops here early on, so it might have not been any issues with hitting the outside wall. It might have been guys just trying to kickstart that pit cycle and see how early they can make others go. So now, here comes this pit cycle starting up, and we'll see, oh, lots of guys getting to the grass. They're pushing it hard there, and we'll see if anybody tries to push it any longer. Reggie Fogelman into the outside wall. And some guys making passes even, but we'll see how this all shakes out here. A busy pit road, and there we go. Right there, John Andrews coming off Peter Onjack. We'll see how this all shakes out. But the driver to watch would be that number 99 of Dorn. We'll see where he comes out. But first pit cycle here today on lap number 20, so it might be a two-stop race here for some of these guys. And we'll see who's in the lead now. Well, we're still going to have to watch that 98 of Rose. But some guys might have been pitting early as the 74 of Shields Kelly's back into that outside wall. So here comes Rose coming off. Where is that 99 of Roggeldorn? That is the question, as they cannot find him currently. So here comes West coming off pit road, shoving in for Alexander on that 7. But there is the 99 of Roggeldorn. So he's going to cycle out in the lead, I believe. Yes, he will. So he'll cycle out in the lead, but he's got that 98 of Caleb Rose right behind him. So it's NS Racing 1-2 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway after the first set of pit stops. And that 40 of Chris Martin's actually retired. It seems like he may have had an issue here. No, so Chris Martin's, something happened. He's retired from this race. Oh, Caleb Rose trying to catch up with this number 99 of Roggeldorn, though. And Caleb Rose going to get a great run going into turn number 1. Looking to the inside of his teammate Roggeldorn. There goes Caleb Rose now. Caleb Rose now moving into the lead, and now he has his sights set on that lap traffic number 17, Kyler Sustre. But does the 99 of Dorn have a response here? Doesn't quite look like he's going to get a great run here, but Sustre now to the outside wall. So it looks like the drivers are just not. Some drivers are just completely out of it today, as these guys swiftly move on through. And the third is that 79 of David Spears. Fourth is the 43 Gutierrez. Hubert looks to be fine, so it looks like Hubert was just trying to get a kickstart on the pit stops here today. As now that 30 of William Ayers in 6th now, trying to make his way through, but he's got that lap traffic of the 96 of Gale, and he's got that 38 of Joseph Wood right behind him. But lots of guys moving fast through this field. There goes Jimmy West now, trying to get close up to this 37 of Jay Valen. But Shields Kelly back into the walls. Hubert's now making a pass on Gutierrez, but still the NS Racing duo making their way through, as now here comes that 45 of Sarah Taylor now. Been a roadblock so far early on here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We'll see if the 98 can get through, but right now Rose doesn't look like he has a pathway getting past this 45. As now it's going to be 3 wide here. Sustre now making a dive, or I guess you could say a lunge to the inside, but there goes Matthew Hubert moving in to 4th, passing Gutierrez. Looking like he made a slide job there, and Gutierrez might look back to the inside. It's going to be a switchback move from Gutierrez. So Gutierrez now making move to the inside of this 27 of Matthew Hubert. So now Gutierrez back into 4th, back up ahead. The 99 of Dorn now has the sights set on that 81 of James Daniel, who is currently running in 30th. So now starting to pocket his way through this field. And we'll see, it's unfortunate that 81 off pace, a beautiful scheme. That 42 Alfred had to make an impromptu pit stop, I believe. But now there's one truck separating these two NS Racing trucks here. Is now the 98 of Rose unable to get past the 17 of Sustre so far. But it doesn't look like Dorn is getting too much time from the slap traffic. So see how it plays out. I mean, David Spears running very well for PPB national team. He definitely has some pace. Hasn't been a huge name in this race so far, but he has swiftly made his way through. So we'll see if David Spears can keep up this pace. As now we have somebody coming down pit road. I thought I saw Shields Kelly back in the wall. Silly thing racing. I mean, you got to call in a team meeting. There is just nothing going good for you to start off this season. Lots of mistakes. As now Dorn makes it past the 01 of Lexi Herman. And now he's put 3 trucks in between. This Caleb Rose is just stuck behind this 17 of Kyler Sustre. He has been glued to his bumper this whole time. Now, here comes David Spears. He's going to say, if you're not going to get the move on, buddy, I will. There goes David Spears into 2nd now. He's ripping that outside line. Now he's going to look to the inside maybe here of this 17 of Kyler Sustre. Does not want this 99 of Dorn to gain too much more time here. But he's going to have to fall off here a little bit, trying to get a good line. And that's all about Atlanta. You see Kevin Harvick in real life in prime Atlanta. He would run different lines, let off a little bit, but going to be half throttling it mostly. And we have a lot of company up here as Brandon Haynes trying to get past. He's trying to run away. He does not want to get caught up in this madness. Is all the way up to 27th as a lap down here so far in Atlanta. The next pit cycle would be lap number 40, I believe. But here comes Roggeldorn. A lot of pace so far early on in this race. And that's kind of what we'll see this season. We'll see a couple more drivers go lap down than usual at some races, especially with a race like Atlanta where it is a lot of uncertainty, and it's going to be a little bit, some teams are going to be much more stronger than others, but that is the fun of having custom ratings. You have to try to fight it out yourself, and now Rose is finally going to get past this 81. Oh, such straight, hard into the wall there. I don't know how he kept that going. So is Patrick Nolan. Matthew Burnett making a move. He's going to make a huge lunge, looking to the inside of Joseph Wood as well. So lots of guys in and out of pit road. But now Dorn, he's got that 42 of Alfred up ahead now. And we'll see if Alfred puts up a fight. But now the 79 and 99, 98 might be battling here for a second here soon. Not quite a good look there for the 98 of Rose just yet. But now it's starting to jumble back up here as we were just reaching halfway in this race here soon, as we still have around 35 more laps to go in this one. So now we'll see how does this 70, oh, here comes the 79 actually of David Spears. Does he go to the outside line to get the lead here? He's got that 39 of Caden Arcadia up ahead. Rose nearly making contact with that 79. He gets it to second here. He takes second back from that 79, but here comes this 99. Look to the inside of the lap traffic of the 39. 39, 32 of Caden Arcadia now. And maybe does he try to get Avery Alfred as well? Swiftly making their way through this lap traffic early on here at Atlanta Motor Speedway now. You hate to see for the 32 and 42 two fast drivers, but not quite their day here at Atlanta. So we'll see how much of a gap this 99 of Dorn can make now as he's working through that lap traffic. He's looked very well in this lap traffic early on here this afternoon, but now Hubert's trying to catch up. That 43 Gutierrez got back past him at one point. The 23 Miller came down pit road. Not sure for what for, but likely made contact with that outside wall. But now Dorn looking to the inside of that Beyblade machine of the 52 of Emily York Watson. Nearly contact between Alfred, the 52 of York Watson there, the 79's teammate, but now the 79 is all jumbled up here as we have a few more trucks coming down pit road. See who it is. It's the 64 of Todd Gordon Castlenut, and we might see the second round of pit stops start here soon as they are in their preferred range to finish off this race. But now Dorn in the lead, but that 52 going to try to help out their teammate here a little bit, trying to add some pressure to this 98 of Rose, but not quite an answer so far. There's a huge check up there, but this 79 not able to get through this gaggle of trucks. But here comes the 71 of John Andrews down pit road, so it looks like the pit cycle is starting here once again at Atlanta Motor Speedway possibly. And we've seen some chaotic races in the past. Pit strategy could be way off where the guys are just pitting right before the green checkered flag, but we are in the second pit window of this one, just halfway, just a little bit over halfway. And we'll see if who's going to bring it down. Looks like that 32 of Arcadia signaling. They're going to be now 42 of Alfred back into the outside wall. And Spears, oh, this could be contact. No, they keep it going luckily. That 32 coming down. Lots of drivers coming down pit road now. The 27 Hubert, he's on that undercut strategy. But Rose into the outside wall there, scrapes it. So now coming up on Brandon Haynes, man, oh man, all the way up to 17th here when it comes to lapping, guys. And looks like the 99 of Dorn is going to stay out here. We'll see if Rose brings it down. No. So a lot of guys, oh my gosh, a lot of guys scraping this outside wall. Man, oh man, they're just unable to, I mean, half the field's able to do it, half the field isn't. So I don't know. It's like some drivers are able to keep it going and some drivers are just not able to. There's a lot of trucks coming off pit road now, but you have to assume this 99 is going to come down here pretty soon to make this one interesting. So we'll see if it's coming down this time. It looks like he is signaling he's coming down. So here comes the 99 of Dorn coming down. Rose is going to stay out, but he's going to be joined by the 43 of Alfred. 43 of Gutierrez makes a late lunge. And we'll see how long Rose stays up. He's going to be the guy to watch here. But he's going to try to work past that 71 of John Andrews and that Mountain Dew Code Red Machine, newly McLaren driver academy driver. That didn't come out right, but now Rose ripping that outside line. He's making some way through the slap traffic now. And sorry, I'm not updating this ticker, but he's making his way through the slap traffic now. And we'll see when he comes in with about 25 to go and 2 more laps. And this is shaping up to maybe be a thrilling finish between the NS Racing trucks towards the end. But I mean, this 99 has not come down, 98 has not come down yet, so we'll see how long this 98 Rose pushes it. He's going to come down now. So we'll see if he's able to retain the lead. If he stayed out long enough for the overcut from his teammates, he's going to rip it into pit road. Hopefully not speed there. And we'll see how fast a pit stop it is for this 98 of Caleb Rose. Not a lot. Yeah, I mean, not a lot to go in this race. So far, been a pretty solid one, I would say. But trying to get past this 99 of Rogel Dorn on pit road, he hopes to at least. We'll see where Dorn is at on the track. Here comes Dorn, so we'll see how this one cycles out. All the way up to 8th is left. I don't think that's correct. We'll see. But, yeah, that's wrong. But, looks like the 99 is... I completely messed up that angle. It looks like it's going to be the 99. I think, unless Rose completed the overcut. No, Rose is going to be all the way behind. So, now this is Rocco Dorn's race to lose, it looks like. But he's got a whole lot of momentum right now as he's looking like the king of Atlanta so far. The way he is running this race so far is he's trying to make it past this 37 of Jay Valen. He's all the way in 14th, so even 14th is going to lap down here. So this is kind of the old school Atlanta where some guys dominate and some guys fall off. So we'll see how Rogel Dorn does here in these final 25 laps. 25 to go at, well, 25 to go right now. But now Sarah Taylor into that outside wall. And some guys are hoping for a caution here to shake this one up. But so far it has been green flag racing in this one. And that 98 Rose tries the overcut, but he is about 8 seconds behind now. So now this 99 of Rogel Dorn just has to have his sights set on the win. He's looking like he's going to lap quite a few drivers here. So that 82 is the next driver to be lapped, and he's right up here. So he's really played this pit strategy well so far here today. But yeah, if you're a bunch of guys, you're hoping for a caution here, so this one can be shaken back up and you can get a chance at the win. But right now, it has been green flag racing at Atlanta. Oh, Trey right into the wall there in that 55. Gonna keep it going, though. I mean, this has been a quick race, though. I mean, we might not even hit 30 minutes, I don't think, which is not usual for us, but that's how fast-paced these trucks are going here. This is just a full-on crazy show as these guys are all racing here for 5th. Well, for 4th, actually, so Burnett moves into 4th, but he's going to be challenged by this 27 of Hubert in the 43 Gutierrez. Gutierrez gets a great run on the outside line, so there he goes. And this could be spelled danger here for some of these guys. They're keeping it going so far. Right on the back of the 64 of Todd Gordon. Castlenut into the outside wall here, though. And keeps it going, though. But it looks like their draft is very strong. And we'll see. How they do, but unfortunately not been too eventful of a race, though. I mean, sometimes you have these weeks. I hate it for it to be a second race with how high our viewership is, but this 99 of Dorn is dominating so far. And I mean, maybe the outside wall struggles contributed to it, but yeah, I apologize for being kind of I don't want to say shit show, but pretty solid racing between guys. But right now, I know a lot of guys are praying for something to spark up to set this race off, but quite not looking like it's going to happen as Rose now running that outside line, trying to get past all the lap traffic he can, try to catch up to his teammate and make this a battle to the end, but it just doesn't quite look like it, as now he's going to lap Peter Onjak and that 82 of Ronnie Hauger. No, he's just going to lap Peter Onjak. Ronnie Hauger still running pretty strong up here. But what a dominant performance it's been for Rogel Dorn here for NS Racing. Had a great afternoon here in our truck night in America. Still a long ways to go in this race, but right now, a huge gap over everybody in the field, looking like prime Kevin Harvick here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And yeah, to be honest, you can apologize for the bad racing, but that's kind of how it is here at Atlanta. You're going to have that one driver that dominates. Kevin Harvick used to dominate very hard here at Atlanta and kind of made the first snooze fest, but you have to respect it. And I mean, Dorn has been lights out so far here this afternoon, and nobody's been quite able to challenge him. The 98 was at one point, but now doesn't look like he has much of a chance. But yeah, sold out crowd here at Atlanta. You can see the stands packed the next time they make their way through. But yeah, that 98, that gap's growing too. So this 99 is just flying so far here. As I keep hitting the wrong key to move forward, but these guys are all stacked up. I think that's Aaron Abel there, racing for 9th here. But he's got a lot of lap traffic around him. Jimmy West in that 7 for Vision Motorsports all the way in 8th, so he's running really well. William Ayers as well. Angel Gutierrez. A lot of guys who are currently top 16 in points looking very solid here. So we'll see how long. We'll see if this race can continue to go green flag to the end here. But now that 99 coming up on the top 10 here. That'd be a miracle if he's able to lap the top 10. We haven't seen quite a dominating performance since, I would say, probably Queen City 300 from Landon Laudenbach. And now trying to get past this 57 of Caden Walsh, but if there's any racing going on for position here, but not quite, it looks like. That 43 battling with that 79 of Spears, though. For 4th, it seems. As Hubert's moved firmly in to 3rd, but that 37 Jay Valen blocking that 79 a little bit, but it looks like we might see some more pit stops in this race. Maybe one more cycle to go possibly here, but oh, up ahead, Jimmy West in this 82 of Ricky LaFleur racing very hard here for 10th. So is Aaron Abel. Oh, not Aaron Abel. Thought for a second he was racing with that 30 of William Ayers, but not quite. But now Jimmy West trying to run away from this 82 of Ricky LaFleur, who's looking to get 9th here. Well, not even 9th, 8th here. My apologies. As Hubert came down. So yeah, we look like we have one more cycle of pit stops here. So now these two racing very hard, but we have one more set of pit stops left in this race. And how could this shake up the end of this one is the question here. And this is, oh, Sarah Taylor into the wall. This is usually where the chaos picks up here on that final pit cycle. You see that one caution that shakes everything up. We'll see if that happens here today. You see a lot of drivers with marks on the side of their trucks there. But we'll see if we see any of that chaos we usually see in the final laps. Not quite so far. Everybody keeping it clean. But that 99 is still in the lead. We'll see if he tries. Oh no, the 99 is gonna come down pretty early here. We'll see if the 98 tries to switch anything up. But your Rose, you're praying for a caution here. A caution would give you kind of the upper hand a little bit, but you still have to pit. But it would be way closer to your teammate of the 99 of Rogel Dorn. So we'll see how long this 98 decides to stay out. So just a few more laps ticking down here in the Peach State 250. Who will come out with the lead? We have pit stops, the last pit cycle of the day. And oh my lord, Caleb Rose here. If he does not come down now, does he try to pass? I don't think he's going to come down now, but he's going to be way off the pace of that 99. Stretched it out way too long here. So I don't think unless something magical happens here, that anybody's going to be able to compete with this 99 towards the end of this race. We'll see if anybody tries to run it dry, but don't think that's going to quite be the case here. There's a 43 of Gutierrez is staying out. Uh-oh, this could be, no, he already pitted, never mind. So, we'll see how to catch up here. Yeah, you see the tire marks on the side of these trucks. That's from the wall. So, I mean, Atlanta has been very unforgiving here today. I mean, it almost dates back to the North Wilkesboro race where we saw all those issues drivers had. I mean, of course, we got the new Hoosier tires this season, but, I mean, the driver's still struggling to find grip in some areas. As here comes the 98 of Caleb Rose coming off of pit road, but I mean, it is almost all but over here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Rogel Dorn has been the superstar of the afternoon. All the way up here, there's going to be nobody to compete with him. The right pit strategy, but he's going to have 6 more to go now at the line. 6 more to go in this race for the 99 of Rogel Dorn. Can he hold on, get the win, get the most laps led, a dominating performance? Some were hoping for some better racing, but this is old school Atlanta, where might not throw the best show, but the best driver of the day will win. As now, gonna close up on Ricky LaFleur. And he's gonna nearly lap almost everybody. That is insane. There is an TNA overtime, so something sparks up these final few laps. This could shake everything up, but I just don't see anything happening here. This Rose really ripping it on the outside line, but yeah, Dorn just getting past all these guys. Get that 83 of Ronnie Halger now, though, coming from behind. Halger trying to get past him. John Andrews in that 71. Gonna be a pick for that number 83, but just a few more laps to go here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the 99 of Rogel Dorn. He's trying to make his way through the lap traffic and hold on, but he is coming to 3 more laps to go at the line. 3 more to go here in the Peach State 250. The possibility of a repeat winner was very strong, but Rogel Dorn said no to that, searching for his first career in our Truck Night America win. Was so close last year at IRP. Unfortunately, got out strategy, dominated the race, and then David Dixon on a separate strategy from an earlier incident in the race came through to win. But Rogel Dorn trying to get it done here for NS Racing and complete the NS Racing 1-2. 2 more to go at the line. 2 more laps to go here for the 99 of Rogodorn. He's been just amazing so far. Not even so far. He's been amazing all afternoon here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, as he's been able to just completely outclass the field. I don't think he's hit the wall once compared to some other guys. But as he makes his way through, Gale, big lunch here. But as he comes to the line, a white flag is out here at Atlanta Motor Speedway in the Peach State 250. 1 more to go for Rocco Dorn and Nathan Stapleton. Can Rocco Dorn make it around one more time? Got lots of lap traffic that is making this very treacherous. But as he makes his way through, turns 3 and 4, Rocco Dorn putting on a Happy Harvick talent here, as Rocco Dorn is going to win the Peach State 250. What a win there for that number 99 of Rocco Dorn, getting it done there for NS Racing, the class of the field. Just putting on an all-out great performance there for NS Racing. You know, some people aren't going to like that race. Just lots of issues for some guys. That's just Atlanta surface, and that's just how Atlanta is, unfortunately. Sometimes we'll be forgiving, and sometimes it'll be unforgiving. Today, it was very unforgiving for some drivers. Rocco Dorn was able to get the win for NS Racing. Gets his first career in our Truck Night America win and Gainbridge Truck Series win. So now next week we head to the other side of the country on the west coast of Auto Club Speedway. But before we end it off here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, let's go over your finishing results in this race as Rocco Dorn takes it down to get inspected, then he'll burn it down. And as we get into your finishing results today here at Atlanta Speedway, I mean, I gotta say, kind of a weird race, a little bit more mellow than we usually see at these super speedways, but Rocco Dorn gets the win. It's gonna be a NS Racing uh flat out, they sweep the podium here. And in order, the 99 of Dorn wins, Rose in second, third Burnett. Then you have the 43, the 82 Ricky LaFleur had a great performance. Matthew Hubert, Jimmy West filling in for Alexander Rowe does very well. William Ayers getting another solid finish. David Spears looked very fast. David Dixon gets all the way up there. But I mean, you know, it was one of those weirder races that we see sometimes here in the Gainbridge Truck Series, where it is just a very dominant performance by one driver. And it's kind of just the old school vibes here of Atlanta, where it's going to be very treacherous and challenging for drivers. That surface is going to cause a lot of issues, and we saw that surface cause a lot of issues here tonight. Dorn was able to keep it clean. Rose was able to rip it around the outside. Burnett maybe made contact a few times. Some drivers were able to keep it clean the whole way through. Some drivers hit the outside wall a lot. The guy that made the least mistakes won here here this afternoon, and I mean, that's how the season is going to be. A lot more competition than last year, and it's one of those things. It's one of those things of, uh, if you're I cannot speak. It's one of those things for this type of race here at Atlanta is, well, not even. What was I talking about? Consistency this season. Last year we saw Peter Onjek be very consistent. With the way the chase is set up, you got to be consistent. You want to finish at least top 5 in the chase standings to really have a chance. And it's very early on. Only the second race of the year. Atlanta so far, it's been all right the first 2 years. But we head to Auto Club for the first time next weekend, so I'm looking forward to that one. That race should be very fun. There's a lot of groups you can run at that track, but let's go through our finishing results one more time here, folks. Not too much to talk about here. A very dominating performance by Rocco Dorn. Not trying to end it off too quickly, but moved down. You can see Aaron Abel, Peter Onjak drives his way through. Nick Mahold, that 40 of Chris Martin's had to retire early on. It's unfortunate for him, but yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up here from me, Charlie Davenport, here at NR Truck Night in America, showcasing the Gainbridge Truck Series. Folks, have a great rest of your Saturday evening. Enjoy watching the Rolex 24. I know it already started probably about a few hours ago, but yeah, enjoy that race, and just, yeah, pretty much have a great evening. Thank you all for the continued support. I know this race was that great, and it might unfortunately tank the viewership. But nearly 150 views for the first race of season 2. I mean, that's amazing, guys. So I really do appreciate that support. So thank you everybody for that support. I'm looking forward to how the rest of the season go. Crossing my fingers that Auto Club is a great race. Of course, had a sold out crowd here at Atlanta. Dominate performance by Hogwarts. And it's one of those things where kind of a boring race, but you just can't discredit a driver for dominating because even though it was boring, the dominant driver won, and at the end of the day, you want the best driver to win, the best driver that weekend to win, and it was Rogaldorn. So congratulations to Rogaldorn, Nathan Stapleton on the podium sweep with Caleb Rose and Matthew Burnett. But that is all from In Our Truck Night America, folks. See you all on the West Coast next Friday night here at Auto Club Speedway.